Wolfie Loves Hugs here. And, you know, I'm back on the YouTube grind. And with, you know, recently, BO5 slash Black Ops Cold War being announced, I thought, what a better time than to relive the good old times a little bit. So I'm going to be playing every single map. Might not be this whole stream. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So if I down once, I have to switch maps because I don't want to be doing this forever. And I'll give you my honest opinions and, you know, all that junk while I'm playing the map. So should be fun. It's been a while since I played BO3. I think it's been at least a couple months. So we'll see how bad it goes. I won't be using gobblegums because I don't want to make it too easy. Or else, you know, it'd be this video, wouldn't it? Ooh, got a whatever that is. I don't even know if they added new gobblegums since I played. Who knows? All right, so first map we're reviewing. Oh my God, 14 maps. Oh, this is gonna be a long video or stream. If you're watching it live, hey. We started the live stream. This is going to be live streamed, but it's also going to be a video on the channel, so that's cool. Coolio. So we're starting with the first map.
Hey, you. I know I yelled at you real bad. I know I said some things I shouldn't have said. But I was just angry. Upset. You know how close I am to this movie deal. I mean, they know about my dancing, but those pictures. You don't want to mess up my chance for stardom. Do you, baby? What do you say? You bring over those prints and we can make up.
Alright, starting with the first map. Jesus.
I don't think this is a dream.
Jesus, I haven't played BO3 in a while, bro. This is going to be a yikes.
You got a sickness or something?
Starting with the first map, BO3 Shadows of Evil. Definitely 100% my least favorite map out of all of them. Now, I'll explain why, of course, because I might get... Yeah, honestly, guys, if you don't like any of my opinions, you know, they're mine, and I'll explain why, you know, what I think of maps and what I justify as a good map. So, Shadows of Evil, probably my least favorite map. Probably, I wouldn't say ever, but it is probably on the lower end. Actually, who am I kidding? It's my least favorite map. I think it's not really done really well at all.
Not a moment too soon.
Oh wow, it's hard to talk while also playing, I realized. Creatively, not very interesting to me, because Mob of the Dead is one of my favorite maps ever, and all I see this is a Mob of the Dead, like, screw up, you know, like a rip-off. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So, since Mob of the Dead's like one of my favorite maps ever, this being a ripoff of that already loses points. I don't think this map's very creative at all, or even fun to play on, really. The layout of the map is extremely strange, and I don't really love it at all. I don't like the beast function really that much. It's okay, it's a bit different than the Afterlife, but to me, again, not that creative. It's just the Afterlife system, but worse. I feel like Shadows of Evil also just has the worst characters out of every zombies map. Like, I like the BO4 Chaos crew more than these guys. I hate the Boxer. I only like 2 of the 4, which is the bad sign.
This is a room of secrets. Do you know what I speak? Here we go. The ritual has begun.
Let's see if I can, and, yep, just like that. That was Shadows of Evil. Wow, I didn't even really get to explain why I dislike the map. Okay, so we're gonna spend a bit longer talking about it, because I suck at zombies. Jesus. Alright, well, as I was saying, Shadows of Evil, least favorite. Don't like the weapons, really. You know, this was the starting map, so this gave me the impressions of the map, so I'll tell you what I was thinking while I was playing. I was like, cool, this looks like this could be a decent, cool map, and then when I realized it's kind of Mob of the Dead, but worse, it lost a lot of points, and I was not really interested. And the Easter egg had to have 4 people, which again, I never disliked that, it just was, like, I was mostly a solo player most of the time. Most of the boys were never on, so, you know, it's interesting to think about like that, because like I never really could have done the Easter egg by myself, even if I really wanted to, which I didn't. But I also hate the rituals. You have to do every ritual every single time to unlock Pack-a-Punch, which is just long and tedious and very annoying. At least with the generators on Origins, it felt like you were kind of progressing through the map, and it was harder to, like, you actually had to keep an eye on them. It was kind of a challenge. For this, it's just long and tedious, just for no reason. The rituals are never really challenges, although I did die. That's because I haven't played them so long. I'm sure if I was back in my prime, I would never die to a ritual, really, unless I wasn't thinking about it straight, or, you know, doing all this clumsy stuff. We'll start the giant right now. I'll still talk about Shadows a little bit longer, because I feel like it's not really justified why I dislike the map so much. I find the Wonder Weapon awesome, but it makes the map, like, really easy. Like, it's hard to get, don't get me wrong, which I like. I appreciate one of the best Wonder Weapons, super hard to get. But oh, cutscene time, Pog.
This ain't funny, Doc. Turn around.
Oh,
Slowly.
man, I forget all these cutscenes.
Do you know who I am? Yeah, we know. That's why you better do exactly what we say.
Alright. And I find the layout of Shadows of Evil very bad, personally. Like, really, really bad. I never liked the style of it. I never liked the random perks every time. It's easy to tell which one was, which I greatly appreciate. I do respect that in the zombies map, because I already hate random perks. I think it's one of the worst things that was ever put into zombies, to be honest. It's just fucking garbage. Like, let's be honest, it's just fucking garbage. It's an element we never really needed in BO3 at all. But at least with Shadows of Evil, they tell you which section has which perks, which is nice. I like that. The bootlegger, one of the special guns of the map, is pretty good. It's okay. I never had a hate or love for the bootlegger. It's pretty forgettable, to be honest, but I did enjoy using it when I pick it up. Box. Now, this is going to be a common theme, I feel like, in BO3. Now it's a bit changed because it has a lot of supply drop weapons in the box, which, you know, it didn't before. But now I guess I can kind of get into what it was like starting BO3. Starting BO3, you know, just the base BO3's box weapons was pretty bad, in my opinion. Not that the weapons felt bad or anything. Most of the weapons felt good, actually. So you're probably thinking, what? How can you say you know, the box was disappointing, but you said all the guns are good to use, so let me explain. In BO1 and BO2, before BO3, you never really had any wall weapons in the box. Whenever you hit the mystery box, it always, you know, felt like a mystery. The whole point of the name, mystery box. You always got a unique, certain box weapon. Now, after a while of playing, you'll know which ones are bad and which ones are meh and which ones you love. But they were always different. You could never find them on the walls, and you wouldn't pull a stupid-ass Shiva from the box. Now, I know BO2 Origins did this, and a couple others I might be forgetting, but Origins is the one I remember the most, where you could pull an AK-47U and a MP40 from the box, which are wall weapons. And, I mean, yeah, you still get them at a cheaper price, which is nice, because usually I think AK-47U is 1,200, and the MP40 was 1,000 on the map, which pretty good. But you'd also get special attachments if you pulled them from a box, so it kind of gave like an incentive to use the box, even though they were wall weapons, and you're like, oh shitty, I got a wall weapon. At least it was kind of better than you just buying it off the wall. So it was kind of nice. I did greatly appreciate that. But BO3, on the other hand, it completely ruined, run into the ground wall weapons in the box. I'm pretty sure almost like 80 or 90% of the box weapons are just wall weapons, which is just greatly disappointing to me. I mean, I don't see the issue. It's like, I mean, I could see the problem with it. It's just like, why would I even use the box if I knew this weapon was here? I could just buy it off the wall. Like the ICR. Like, sure, I could try and spin as much as I want to get that gun, but like, why would I ever want to when I could just save up and buy the gun? You know what I mean? It was very stupid to me, especially since you could pull, again, the Shiva is one of the biggest, that's not very creative to me at all. That's just making a room 1 wall weapon into the box, which is like, oh, I know this is a shitty gun because it was like a wall weapon in the first room. I liked more of the unique aspect where, like, you pulled it from the box, you used it a bit, and then to the conclusion, yeah, this weapon sucks. Not more like, oh, I know this weapon sucks because it's a $500 wall weapon while I spent $950 on the box and I got this shitty gun that does absolutely nothing. Also, the Shiva is just terrible, let's be honest. M14 was way better. Greatly appreciated more. So, with all those combined, what is my rating on Shadows of Evil? I'd probably say Shadows of Evil gets a... I'll mark it out of 5. I'll give it a 1 out of 5. Not very creative. I don't like playing it at all. The only redeeming things are the starting pistol is really good, and they tell you where the perks are, but you know, that's like, it's not even that much. Never used the tram either, so yeah. Overall, it's a 1 out of 10 for me. So now we're on to the Giant finally. Let's go. Whew. Now, when first playing BO3, this was my main map. As soon as the game started and I realized I didn't have, there's another way to get another map other than shitty Shadows of Evil. Let's actually turn the audio down a bit just so it doesn't overview my talking a bit. But when the game first came out and I had no idea what to play and I realized I hated Shadows of Evil, this 100% was my main map. Because I knew what this map was. I knew it was a good map. It's Duri's remade. Is it a bit lazy? Yes, but remakes were never bad in my opinion. I mean, especially if most of the normal maps suck, to be honest. Giant is good. Yeah, the Giant is god tier in my opinion. Really, really well done map. Way better than Shadows of Evil. I was never a fan of Shadows, so when I first got the season pass, this was the main map I would be playing on. It's not very complicated. I never had to do like 50 million steps to unlock Pack-a-Punch. Only activate the teleporters, which helps you in the long run. It's a very well balanced, good map. The weapons, again, never were the strong suit, I don't think, of this game. They were nice and fun to use, but they were never like god tier, I don't think. What prestige? I think 4. I reset. I like reset or whatever. Fresh start, I think this was called. Yeah, I haven't played zombies in a couple months, so. By far, the Giant was already beating Shadows of Evil in strides. It wasn't even close to me. Also like the look of the map. I know snow would be overplayed in a couple maps down the line, but I did enjoy snow because you rarely get like a nice, good-looking map with snow in during the beginning. So it's nice to see like a kind of change of pace. It's like, I love Call of the Dead, don't get me wrong, but it's not really a great looking map because of the fog. Let's try not to die really early again, because that would be tragic even. Where's the box? This way. Okay. But now I know BO3 box weapons are completely different, so I actually have no idea how good any of them are. But back in the day, never was a fan. Gobblegums. I guess I'll talk about Gobblegums now, because I have no idea what to talk about. And I saw it right there. I was never a fan of Gobblegums. Never a fan. I hope they don't return, but I know they probably will, because they made a lot of money on Gobblegums. So, realistically, they're coming back. I was never a fan of them. It was cool that they had separate leaderboards for, you know, top,
I will not succumb to you.
top, or whatever. Speed runs. Yeah, speed runs. They had separate leaderboards, but still, you know, I was never really a fan. Yeah, Giant's a really good looking map. I know the layout, so kind of nostalgia wise, this gets a lot of bonus points more than Shadows of Evil. Even to this day, I enjoy playing the Giant way more than stupid Shadows of Evil. But I don't remember this being that loud, Jesus. Huh. I know it's been a while, but geez, I forget that. I don't even remember that. Well, let's take our first box spin and see how good the box is treating us today. Monkeys.
My old furry friend. We will make great music together.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, let's not die just yet. I'm not going to be buying quick revive because, as I said, if I go down once, there's no point. So, yeah, I'm trying to upload a lot more content to you guys, which is, you know, trying my best out here during these hard times. And a couple months ago, or a month ago, I think it's my last video. I know I posted a couple videos of a way out with my friend, and trying to get back in the swing of making videos, because I kind of lost motivation of what to post. There wasn't really a main game I was playing. I didn't know what to post. I've been playing a lot of Apex off screen. That's pretty much it of what you guys been wondering I've been doing for a while. Yeah, just hanging out with friends, talking to friends, playing, work, you know, all that stuff. But I do really enjoy making videos and all this stuff, so I will try and get into the swing of doing stuff. And zombies, you know, it's exciting. I'm super hyped. to try and get back into zombies, because again, I lost a lot of motivation. I don't have a PC or anything, so I can't really play custom maps, which I think would really bring my spirits back up. But you know, since I'm a console noob and don't have a really good PC yet, you know, I was like, you know what, for nostalgia reasons alone, let's just go back, man. It's been a couple months since I get to enjoy, you know, some good zombies like this. So yeah, but here's a very controversial statement now that we're a bit into the video and it's not at the beginning. But BO3 is actually not my favorite zombies at all. Actually, it's not even in my top 2, which I know will oh, sorry about that, will freak out a lot of people, because most zombie YouTubers, actually, if you go and check them out, most of them will say BO3 is the best or one of the best. And I have to wholeheartedly disagree. I think BO3 is third at best. You know, and you're probably thinking, like, how can you even say that? Like, half of the maps are just good remakes of the maps you're probably talking about. And that's probably true, but I'll explain that. Oh my god, a rocket launcher. Is this real life? You're probably thinking, oh, RPK. See, this wasn't in the box before, so I don't know. Half these guns and stuff. Now you're like probably thinking, what? How? What is your list? So I'll tell you my list right now. BO1 is 100% my favorite zombies without a doubt. It's not even close. In terms of fun, casual, different maps, I think BO1 had the most variety in that department. It had a lot of complex maps, but a lot of fun maps and simple maps for the casuals. I think it was a very good mixture, and it brought upon Dead Ops, which I think is one of the best side modes ever put into the game. So overall, I think BO1 was definitely my favorite. It was also my first ever COD I got into, so nostalgia reasons probably as well. You know, it's number 1. I'm not even gonna contest it. It's not even close. Number 2 is BO2, which is also pretty obvious. BO2 had a rough zombie start, but then later in it had god tier maps, like later down the line. So that in itself, the god tier maps, I think bring it all the way above even BO3. And I'll give you a quick overview quickly, and then I'll explain in detail why I dislike the BO3 maps. But I'll tell you which maps I did like and which maps I didn't like quickly right now, because the Giant's pretty self-explanatory. You can't really review this map because it's been around for years, since World at War, and it's just a very good map, really. If I had to say, it definitely gets a 3 out of 5, almost a 4. But you know, the BO3 weapons bring it down a lot, but the graphics are really well done. And the little side Easter egg for stamina stuff is kind of cool. It's not amazing, but it is kind of cool.
Fortune smiles upon us this day.
So, very cool. Very cool. But yeah, Shadows of Evil, dislike a lot. The Giant, I like a lot. Then Horizon, of course, is one of the goats. Obviously. Zetsubo was okay at best. Go Rod was okay at best. And then Revelations was good. Now that's probably very controversial, saying Go Rod was okay at best. Like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Go Rod's the GOAT. When we get to Go Rod, I'll talk about it. I know that statement in itself is probably going to get a lot of hate. down the line, if anyone ever sees this of this small YouTube channel. But you know, it's just how I honestly feel. I feel like Go Rod was not all that great to me. We'll probably end the game at around 10, because again, I want to quickly review these maps. I don't want to be here forever. There is 13 maps I have to review, so I wouldn't like to do this all day. So I'd like to kind of shorten it, maybe to an hour or two. So yeah, we'll go to round 10, and then we'll end it. But yeah, the Giant overall, very nice looking map. I love the pack punch camo. I guess I'll talk about repack-a-punching in BO3. I do actually like it. Like, I don't dislike it that much at all. So it's pretty good. The issue with it is it's a bit overpowered. I know that. Such as Dead Wire, probably one of the most broken things ever, because it can make any gun good, really. Turned was also nice. Wasn't too overpowered. That was a nice one. Blast Furnace was good for training, but again, nothing really could beat Dead Wire, because it was just too good. Let's use some monkeys here. Oh, and there is actually one thing I did like about Shadows of Evil, and that's little Arnie's, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, the Giant's very good. Shadows, not very good at all. And the issue I also have with BO3 is it had the least amount of starting maps than, well, most other zombies. Yeah, I know technically World at War had the least, starting out with just one, but that was a new concept, so you can't really blame them. They were trying it out. They didn't even know if it would be popular or whatever. And it just so happened to become a super mainstream popular side mode, and everyone likes it, so they decided to keep doing it. So and that's where we are today.
The dragon's fire burns from within.
Yeah, BO1 started off with 3 unique zombies experiences, which I love. You know, for me that was huge, because 5, I liked 5 a lot. It was a nice hard challenge, but then you also had Kino, which is a nice casual challenge. So not only do you get the good side to both, you get a hard map and an easy map. You also get that brand new experience, which is Dead Ops Arcade, which again is one of my favorite modes ever. So I feel like Kino had the start strong to zombies, in my opinion. BO2 had a rough start, but it actually did have some decent starting as well. Because Transit was awful, don't get me wrong. It's probably one of the worst starts and main maps. Like, start off the main maps. But Town as a side map that you could play, just Town itself, was actually one of the best. Because this is also pretty nice, fun, casual map. Wasn't too hardcore at all. Farm was also pretty nice as well. And Dust Depot was pretty bad, so. But yeah, I feel like BO3 only starting with 2 maps, and one of them being a remake. It kind of had the same idea of a hard map and a fairly easy map, but the hard map was just tedious. It wasn't really that hard even, to be honest. Shadows of Evil isn't a hard or fairly difficult map. It's just a painfully tedious map, in my opinion. You just do the same thing over and over again. Especially as a solo player, it's clearly shown that that's all you do. can't really fool around with weapons if you're going for high rounds, which you can only do if you're a solo player on Shadows, which I feel like gave it a lot of... Oh, round 10. Alright. So, yeah, I felt like I lost a lot of oomph. Because you couldn't do an Easter egg solo, but I am a high rounds guy myself. I do love doing high rounds. Maybe in a few, soon I'll do a high rounds attempt. Because I haven't done one in a while. Moving on to Zetsu, no, not Zetsu, to the Eisendrache. Let's get into it. Sorry boys, eating a hot dog here. Yummy yummy in my tummy, boy.
This wasn't how it was supposed to go.
Excuse me. Now, here's where BO3 thing is ramped up a lot. You can say what you want, but this is one of the best maps, no contest. The Horizon really ramped things up for me. I know this changes, the scenery wasn't that different. It was still a very good looking map. I mean, look at this map. It is beautiful. Just looking at it, very good looking map. Snow again, but I didn't have an issue with it because, you know, snow was, you didn't really see that much until, like, except for Origins really, so it still didn't mind me, even though the Giant also had snow. It really didn't mind me at all. Didn't really mind it. And this map is just a load of fun. The bows are probably one of the best, like, wonder weapon type things we had for a long time. Because no one really gets left out in a 4-player game, because you can build whatever bow you'd like, and they're just super fun to use. Even the base bow is really fun. Overall, it's just a great experience, I feel like.
Dare deny the doctor's request?
Eagles Nest, this is Griffin Station. Come in.
This is Eagle's Nest. Over.
Richtofen, is that you? When we didn't hear from you, we feared the worst.
Fear not, Dr. Groff. It is me, Edward. Any reports from the Giant suggesting my demise are erroneous.
Huh. Interesting. Sorry, boys, I was lost for words there. I was listening to the lore. Love me the lore, zombies. All jokes aside, this map is very good. As you can see, they also took inspiration from one of the best maps ever, Mob of the Dead, with 3 dragons instead of 3 dog heads, and you get a badass weapon. No, I never seen a issue with this. Never seen a problem with cutting and repeating if it's done well, which I feel like Shadows of Evil did, but it didn't do it well, which was the main issue I felt it had.
Fear not. I will find a place to put this.
It repeated the afterlife thing, but they did it in a very poor, not really well done manner. Well, here it's done very well because it's a kind of an homage. It's saying, hey, you get a really good wonder weapon if you do this, similar to Mob of the Dead, which a lot of people still think is one of the best weapons, I guess, ever. It's just the Hell's Redeemer or Hell's Retriever. And the bows are also one of the GOATs. A lot of people will say they're the best. And I have to pretty much agree. They are probably one of the best. So this map already, in terms of those two things, is already stages beyond both of them. The other maps, because Shadows of Evil, you know, it had a very good wonder weapon, but the map was pretty bland, basic, and not really for me. Well, the Giant was a very good looking map and very well played. It's just the wonder weapon was the Wonder Waff, which we've seen a million times. And not saying the Wonder Waff was bad, but it just wasn't something new and exciting. The bows were that, to be honest. They were new, exciting, and had a bunch of new features. There's like the upgrades. There's 4 different bow upgrades, you know, which is kind of crazy. They all did something different and they were unique, which made the map feel special, like the origin staffs. They're just so different, unique, and special that it's kind of hard to deny how good they are. So when you get something like that down twice, it's just nice to think about. It's very well done. There you go. There we go. There we go. Right there. Honestly, boys, we might just stop at 5 rounds because I'm getting pretty fucking tired. This map had a lot of little things. I love the side Easter egg that made every zombie into skeletons. There's the forget where the hand is. Huh.
I know my future. You barely feature.
Yeah, let's just sorry, boys. I'm just gonna cut a bit short here, boys. I'll just do a quick review over all the maps that I haven't played. Just give you my final thoughts. But yeah. Excited for Cold War. You know, hope the Zombies is God tier. As for BO4, Zetsubo, as I said, was meh, not my favorite. Loved the dual marshals. Max Grand was okay, and the specialist thing was really good. Same with Horizon. The Ragnaroks were really fun. I forgot to mention. Gorod was okay. I really loved the specialist, and the Mark IIIs and the PPSH were really fun. But the map layout I didn't really enjoy, and I didn't really enjoy the dragons that much. It felt like getting the pack took way too long. It was very cool, but took a long time. It was a nice break, but still, it's for like Easter eggs and stuff. Speedruns, it definitely takes the longest. So it was really annoying. Revelations, really well done. I love the super Easter egg you get for beating it. You get the RK5 starting. I want more rewards like that. Felt a Spaceland Infinite Warfare zombies actually did that really well. Their super Easter egg was god tier. So, I mean, if Bundell's gone and the guy Lee Ross is now in charge, honestly, and we get a super EE like that, honestly, I would not even be angry, because that super EE was amazing. Knock there on Toten is the classic. Can't really say much, you know. Oh yeah, I guess I'll give reviews. Horizon actually does get a 5 out of 5. It is the GOAT. Zetsubo gets a, like, I want to say 2.5 out of 5. Like, it's like dead middle. Like, it's an okay map. There's a lot of bugs at start, but now that it's kind of playable, it's just a lot of waiting and stuff. There's a lot of issues with it. Gorod is a 3 out of 5, just because I know a lot of people love this map. So I feel like it deserves that credit as well. So it's getting a 3 out of 5. Revelations I actually really liked a lot. I don't know why. It's not very creative or anything like that, but I did actually enjoy it a lot. So it's getting a 4 out of 5. I know it's probably surprising to hear that. Knocked. Can't hate it. Not too special. Fun, basic map. It's a 3 out of 5. Wrecked. Not particularly one of my favorites, but it is a 2 out of 5. It's just, you know, it's okay. Shinonuma, one of my favorite maps, actually. BO3, it's okay. But I'll still, the graphics alone make it god tier on this, so it's 4 out of 5, 100%. Kino, 505, not even gonna question it. It's GOAT. Like, everyone knows this map, everyone loves this map. I hate the BO3 version of it, but it's awful. I love the BO1 version though, so even this shitty version gets a 5 out of 5 because it's the GOAT. Senshin, very well done map, very good map. 3 out of 5, 100%. Even 3.5 actually, very well done. For a good, it was a good first DLC in my opinion, in the BO1 cycle, and it's a very fun map. Shangri-La, one of probably the best looking, gorgeous maps. Gets it. I don't love playing it, but from the graphics alone, I was going to give it a 2 out of 5, but the graphics just bump it up to 3 out of 5, and that's just the fact. And the baby gun is one of the best wonder weapons, so let's assume test that. Moon, 5 out of 5, not even bothering going to hear critiques about this one. Moon is my favorite map, and always will be. It's a fun GOAT map. The wonder weapon is one of the best wonder weapons ever, and the original PhD on it was so good, and the hacker device is one of my favorites. Overall, it's a GOAT. And Origins, also a GOAT, 5 out of 5. Not even gonna question it. It's just one of the best of all time. Even the remake, even though they changed a bunch of stuff, it's still good. A lot of the remakes, I feel like the BO1 maps aren't great. Yeah. Overall, bro, they're pretty sick. You know, very good maps. That's it. So, peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Whatever that might be, and yeah. Peace.